I'm back. Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Join the Rhodes Squadron. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm back. Today, very quickly, I have not done this in about 6 months. So I want to do a rapid fire update of my favorite Star Wars movies. Keep in mind, this is not your favorite. This may not be a super popular list, depending on how you feel about the new films. And I'm going to offer almost no explanation at this time. Eventually, I will do a critical breakdown of every single Star Wars movie, just like I did The Last Jedi. And I have plenty of reviews on this channel for The Last Jedi, including one that's called The 31 Failures of The Last Jedi. So, without further ado, number 10, The Last Jedi. And how I feel about this is essentially, there are 27 spots between The Last Jedi and the next film. And of course we know there's not 27 other movies, but that's how much I dislike that movie. There is a great deal of distance between The Last Jedi and any other Star Wars movie for me. Here's how we will categorize these films. The Last Jedi I would categorize as awful. Okay. Now, to the next movie. My next movie is The Phantom Menace, Episode 1, the first movie of the prequel trilogy. I would categorize it as bad to fair, somewhere in between. The next movie, which would be number 8, would be Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I would also categorize it as slightly better than Episode 1, but not much. So it's around the bad to fair category. Now, if there is some distance between The Last Jedi and The Phantom Menace, there is some distance between Attack of the Clones and the next film, Solo, A Star Wars Story. This is one reason why I wanted to update this. Several months ago, I said that Solo, Rogue One, and Revenge of the Sith were all tied at 5 for me. Well, there has now since been some separation. I still enjoy Solo. It is still good every time I watch it, but it is not great and it has flaws. But I would categorize this as a good movie, okay? An enjoyable movie. Now, number 6. This movie I would categorize as slightly above good, okay? But it is not great. It still has flaws. I know there are people that this is their favorite Star Wars movie. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It's still got some problems that all the prequel films have. However, it has got one of the best third acts of any Star Wars movie. Now, number 5. And this one gets better every single time I see it. I watch it about once a month. It also has one of the best third acts of any Star Wars movie. And I would categorize this movie as really good. Okay? Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This movie has something that Solo lacked greatly, which it still had galactic implication, and it made the movie feel so much larger than Solo. That third act is just wild, and that space battle is fantastic. The ground battle on Scarif is also visually stunning. Seeing X-Wings shoot down at AT-ATs is just nerdy greatness. The next movie, the controversial one, Star Wars The Force Awakens. I would categorize this as really, really, really damn good. It has been hurt by The Last Jedi, and I will tell you how it's been hurt. This movie is now number 4 on my list. Before The Last Jedi came out, it was actually number 3. And I would have moved it into the category, it was in the category of great for me. Now, it has been dropped back to really, really good, because we lost so many payoffs. Number 3, Return of the Jedi. Also, great. It's a great movie, a good finale. I loved the first 45 minutes of the movie involving Jabba's palace. I love that grungy, dirty, underground entire setting for Star Wars. The battle on Endor is probably, for me, the weakest part of the movie. The throne room battle with Luke, and of course the finale was very good. Number 2, A New Hope. I would categorize this movie as being exceptional. It is the one that started it all. It's the one that blew everybody's mind visually. It introduced us to all of our beloved characters. It also had a fantastic ending. And number 1, this is my personal favorite. It is also my favorite film of all time. One day I will name my top 10 favorite films of all time. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. I consider this movie to be a cut above all other Star Wars films. It is so well made, and it has a third act that is still talked about to this day. It's got a reveal like no other movie has ever had, ever. This movie has some of the most quality character interactions I've ever seen on film. And it introduced us to characters like Lando Calrissian and Boba Fett, along with the rest of the bounty hunters. Harrison Ford, in my opinion, next to Raiders of the Lost Ark, this is his best work ever. So, there you have it. My top 10 favorite Star Wars films as of this date. Can this change in the future? Can it change 6 months from now? Very possibly. Could it? It's going to change after episode 9. Because I can almost guarantee you episode 9 is going to... I will guarantee you, I'm calling it now, episode 9 will be better than The Last Jedi. And I would be floored if it is worse than The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. So, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Join the Road Squadron. Also, 5:30 tomorrow, John Matrix channel, Bad vs. Evil, The Rule of Not 2, Rhodes Rants, John Matrix. See you there. Peace 'em out. Till next time.